and gentlemen, and welcome back to another One Piece manga review. Sorry, it's taking us a while to get into you. I've been hella busy with work. Let me let y'all know because I'm transparent. Right now, at my job, is the crossover period. So what that means is there's women's basketball, men's basketball, softball, men's baseball. 4 sports going on at once, and there's only 2.5 producers. So y'all can imagine that Lyndon will be busy as hell until one of these sports ends. But the good thing is basketball ends this upcoming week. So once, because there's the Sun Belt tournament, so once that happens, I'm going to be free. But we couldn't miss giving y'all this chapter right when it drops. This is chapter 1076. Yeah, 1076 Old Friends. I'm joined by my guy, Jaz. Don't worry, me, Jaz, and Verson will make another video about this chapter next week, so y'all get Verson's thoughts. We just had to hurry up, get this review out, because like Jaz told me off air, it's break week, so we got some theory videos coming. But Jaz, how you doing, brother?
Man, you know, I'm good.
This is a crazy chapter, bro. I think next week during the break, the One Piece community will be in shambles discussing what happened in this.
It's already in shambles.
It's already happening?
Bro, you know the worst thing, about it is, like, I log on Twitter and I would hope to see people like theory crafting and stuff, but they on Twitter talking about obviously Luffy, like, Luffy had help versus Kaido, and it's like, why are we talking about this?
Yeah, that's like, over. That's like, done.
That is done. That was like,
are they sad? Like, okay, so the episode that I watched, I finally caught up on the One Piece anime. The last thing I saw, are they upset that Luffy was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be Kaido by myself," and that's what people are talking about? How Kid, and it basically, like, they stressed in the anime, Luffy's fighting Kaido alone while Kid and Law are fighting Big Mom together. It also stressed how Zoro and Sanji are the wings of the Pirate King. And it stressed how Zoro said King is really strong. So for everybody who's like, "Oh, Zoro should have fought Kaido," I don't know if Zoro could have fought Kaido. Like, for all the ZKK people, I don't think he would have killed him. Like, I really don't.
There's no way he would have. And while we're on this tangent, look. So for the most part, when I be saying stuff, I'll be joking.
Yeah,
because I just think it's funny to joke, but like,
people don't know that, like, though. I'm glad you said that now.
Like, that's the crazy thing, because like,
people be serious.
They be dead serious.
I'm
like,
the anime confirmed that ZKK could not have happened. Like, Zoro just wasn't strong enough. Like, he's just not.
When has Zoro ever beat a main villain? Zoro didn't. Okay, if Zoro didn't beat Horty in Fishman Island, what makes you think he was going to beat Kaido in Wano?
And look, I do think Zoro could have beat Horty. I do think he could have, but I don't think Zoro could have beaten Kaido. Like, he damaged him, but like, think about this. That one attack took everything out of him. If he was going to do another one, he would have been done, and that wouldn't have killed Kaido. I'm sorry, everybody.
Also, the thing to remember about Zoro at that moment in time in Wano is that he was on a time limit with Enma. So even if he had gotten like the drugs and stuff from Chopper and went back up to the roof, Enma is like slowly like draining his health, and then he's doing attacks on top of that. And from RPG people, you can't, that's some risky stuff. You know what I'm saying?
So King was the right matchup for him. The anime has confirmed that fully for me. Like, I am not upset about Zoro not fighting Kaido. We should put that to bed.
I thought the Zoro versus King fight was really good.
It was great. No, it is. And the anime really people are about to see that. Also, Sanji versus Queen is showing how strong Sanji got, like, by putting that raid suit on. Like, that shit has turned him into a different person. Like,
it also, I feel like I will love the Sanji versus Queen fight in the anime a lot more than the manga, because Queen's voice actor
is great.
Is just amazing. Like, he was doing
Zuma
dance
in
the middle
in the fight. Yeah, busting up Sanji at Zuma, bow, bow, busting him up. But I think this is a good fight, and maybe foreshadowing Sanji's Admiral opponent, because if Sanji can dodge these laser beams, then Kizaru, I don't know if you're ready for our boy Sanji.
Hey, I don't know.
So let me ask you. So if the Straw Hats fight the Admirals, Zoro's fighting Akainu, are people going to be upset when Luffy's fighting Akainu? Are people going to be upset when Zoro fights Fujitora and not the second strongest? And what are we going to say? Because y'all keep saying, "Oh, Sanji don't fight Sanji about to fight Kizaru." I don't think Zoro's fighting Kizaru.
So okay, the admiral.
How people don't feel about that one.
The admiral matchup thing is so weird because it's really interchangeable between
And
Zoro and Sanji.
Zoro fans, once they realized this, started tweeting. Shout out to our guy Christian. We're gonna have him back on soon. He was tweeting, "Oh yeah, Zoro can fight Kizaru because Kizaru's a swordsman." We're not starting that just because he used the sword against fucking old man Rayleigh. Don't mean that he's a fucking swordsman.
The only problem I have with that, because I could see Zoro fighting Kizaru, but it's like Zoro doesn't have the speed to react to Kizaru.
And we saw the thing with King that showed me why he couldn't fight Kaido. All Kaido had to do was grab him and drop him off the roof, and he was done. Like King showed that when King did that thing, and Zoro was like, "Oh shit!" Like pop back on. He was like, "Please don't kill me like that. That's whack."
Zoro's like a strong type character. He's not like like Sanji has speed and strength, but he specializes in speed. Zoro's still fast, but Zoro just is not fast enough as Sanji
to fight Kizaru. He's not fast enough to fight Kizaru. I'm sorry, but I think Zoro would beat Fujitora relatively easy.
But do we think Fujitora defects during the final war, though?
Good point.
That's the only thing.
And that's why I don't think the Straw Hats might even fight the Admirals to begin with. I feel like the Admirals are going to fight
that seems like more of the Revolutionary's job, to be honest.
And get Sabo versus Akainu. And then Kizaru might fight Fujitora, funny enough, like you said, because he defects.
That'd be fine with me. Or maybe Fujitora fights Green Bull. Kizaru fights somebody else.
Yeah, Kizaru could fight Marco. I can see that happening.
Oh man, I love Marco. I'm tired of Marco. He needs to retire. I don't have a problem with Marco, but he just needs to chill
retire.
He needs to stay on that island, bro.
Yeah,
he don't need to move.
But how have you felt about the anime before we get into the chapter? I think the anime has been great.
I think the anime has been killing it.
But I saw people upset that they doing the DBZ stuff. They're like, why can't we get classic One Piece fights like we used to? I saw people upset about that.
So my take on this is that, like, I don't hate the auras. Sometimes I feel like it's a little out of place, but it's not bad. Like, it's not to the point like where it like ruins a scene, but like as these people get more powerful, like they need ways to show that. Like obviously when people say I miss when One Piece was like pre-aura, and like they talk about pre-time skip,
but people were upset at the pre-time skip fights.
We didn't even have hockey. Like,
yeah, exactly.
There has to be, and especially since this is the same studio that animates Dragon Ball, they have to have some way to show that like this is over the top. Like this is. I
haven't been mad at the auras. Like I think. Okay, I'll say this. I think the episode where they clash and they split the sky, I thought that was the best way to show the auras, because I think before it was too much lights. Like it was too much lights going off. And I think they realized, okay, we got to tone it down. And they definitely they had the right amount of auras, I think, in the past couple of episodes.
The Conquerors clash, the first Conquerors.
The first one was bad. Yeah, you couldn't see.
I was like, bro, where he
kicked his thing. Yeah,
like it was a flashbang, bro. I was like, what is happening? Like, I know it's supposed to be grandiose. Like, I get
but that was too much.
Go for it, but it was way too much. It was way.
But
too much.
The last one I'll say was perfect. The
sky splitting was great. I love it. I actually like that scene a lot more because they took out the music.
Yep.
Like there's no OST in the background. It's like
Yep.
Bam.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit, he's here. Like that moment right there should have showed you, oh, Luffy's Yonko level. And that moment right there showed me that Zoro couldn't have beaten him. Like people need to, like, I think, like you said, people have bad comprehension. And I think it took the anime doing that to show, hey man, like Zoro's strong, but he ain't Luffy level. Like he's just not.
It's the same way, so say if like we had this situation flipped, like nobody would say Rayleigh would beat Whitebeard.
Exactly. No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and to that point,
would say that.
I've seen people give them like 2K overalls. Like if you want to say Luffy's a 99, Zoro's an 89. Like he just is. Like he's not a 90, he's not a 95. But for that point, I wouldn't say Sanji's a 79 or a 80. Sanji's like 83, 84. And Zoro's like 89, 90. I'll give Zoro 90. And Sanji's like 84. I think they're like close.
The leg up Zoro has over Sanji is that he has Conquerors, so he has the damage output to go over Sanji. But I mean, Sanji just has regular
armament. That's it. Yeah, but his observation is stronger than Zoro's.
But also, he has a body like a Lunarian, so it's basically
So,
like he has a devil fruit. So
exactly. So that ups it. And Jinbei's like an 80, 82, 83. Whereas
Jinbei's like, Jinbei's like you know how they have like the JoJo stat, like little thing. I'd say Jinbei's like an all around.
Whereas
like
those other two specialize, where Zoro specializes in strength, Sanji specializes in speed. For sure.
And then Luffy's all around maxed out.
Yeah, facts. Well, we just wanted to talk about the anime really quickly. With that being said, let's get into chapter 1076. Sorry about back in, had to hurry up, use the bathroom. Sorry about our tangent, but we had to talk about some of the stuff we've been missing. So let's get into chapter 1076. The way we do this is always I give a brief summary of what happens, and then we dive in to the different points. The chapter starts off with Zoro and Luffy facing down the Seraphims, the Kuma Seraphim and the Mihawk Seraphim. Basically, they could have beaten them. I truly believe that. But the thing is, they have to go hurry up and protect Nami and the rest of the crew so nothing happens to them. So it's more about, hold up, we need to hurry up and beat these Seraphims instead of having a full fight. So for those people out there saying, damn, how couldn't a Yonko beat a Seraphim? No. Luffy and Zoro could have easily beaten S-Hawk and Bear-Hawk or whatever, S-Bear, but they needed to hurry up. So they unlock Kaku and Lucci to hurry up and help them. Luffy and Kaku give S-Bear one punch, and Zoro and Kaku give S-Hawk one slice, and they both send them through, flying out into the open, far away from everybody else. We then cut to the CP0. We see all the CP5, CP7, CP8 agents in jail, locked up, and they all thought it was Vegapunk, and Vegapunk was like, no. So when they see Vegapunk, everybody's shocked, like, damn, why are we all in jail? It then cuts to Elbaf, where we see a similar scene to Luffy in the beginning, and Shanks turning him down from joining the crew, but Shanks wasn't even like entertaining it like he entertained Luffy, so that shows that kid ain't worth shit. And then we see the Shanks crew. They're partying with none other than Dory and fucking Broggy, baby, back again, which I think is crazy, which we have to talk about. That's interesting. And then we see cut to Kid's like, last time it was one-sided. Ben Beckman took his arm. This time we ready, baby. Kid v Shanks. So where should we start? Jazz?
Let's go top down.
I mean, I know, for sure.
You know what's weird? I don't think with Mion we've ever started down up. But
no, never.
It's like I don't know. It just makes more sense to me.
No, I get it. I'm not upset with it. Okay. Only time I would stop you is if like Kid and Shanks actually fought, and if they fought.
Oh yeah. Then we'd have to talk about that first. But, So okay, first off, I love how small baby Mihawk looks.
Yeah,
he's just this little small little dot. But
also, talk about the perfect power to give a Mihawk clone. Das Bones' fruit, slice.
This kind of fucks up my Mihawk vampire theory, though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
because now this could be foreshadowing that Mihawk's actually a sword. Because I've been seeing that theory run around too.
People think no, Jazz. He's just a normal dude.
Nah, look, I've seen convincing stuff, but
people think he's a sword.
Yeah,
they think he's a sword that ate a fruit.
Well, no, not like that.
Okay, so how do they think he's a sword? If he's not a sword that ate a fruit, then I ain't buying that he's a sword. Ain't no
look. I gotta send you the video.
All right. Now see, I can believe he's a sword that ate the vampire, the Hito legendary fruit vampire that turned him into a vampire human. So I could believe that, but like I ain't buying no. So but I do love the fact that he has the Das Bones.
If it's the vamp fruit, then I still win.
Yeah, you do for sure. For sure.
But back on the chapter, I really do like this. These character interactions.
Zoro's like, what?
He's like, because it's like, Luffy's gonna be dumb and be like,
Zoro's like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? We know these dudes. They are the biggest snakes in America.
Also, I really like this character writing from Lucci, because Lucci is just a very blunt person.
And I like how Kaku was like, bro, chill out. I'm trying to convince him. He was like, you don't need to be telling him that we're going to kill him. He's like, nah, Fuck Straw Hat Luffy. I got
Right.
beef with you, nigga. I'm killing you.
Which honestly gives more credence to the fact that he had Hattori talk for him in Water 7, because he definitely would have messed up their plans.
Facts, big facts. Also, I love Luffy at the end being like, look, I'm gonna let you out. I know you think that you're gonna beat me, but here, let me say this. All I need you to do is when the 4 guys are out the way, you'll realize you can't beat me. But if you still want to fight, come after me and not my friends, okay? And he was like, fat chance, you're the top of my priority list. Why would I go after them? So Luffy's like, bet I could deal with that. That's some Yonko shit. Like, you come fuck with me instead of my people.
That's what I love to. When I read this, I'm gonna be honest. Like, there was a lot of hype parts in this chapter I saw people talking about, but not a lot of people talking about.
Oh, that was one of my favorite parts of the chapter. If not Luffy, the favorite.
Luffy doesn't really carry himself as like this super arrogant guy, but like
now
his friend, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but like when his friends are on the line, I feel like he's gotten like he's starting to come into that Yonko title.
Because
like,
I think he got shown. Like, remember, Luffy pre Saba Odi was like, oh, I'm that nigga, boy. I'm that nigga. I'm Pirate King. Nobody's stopping me. The first moment that showed him like, damn, I'm pretty weak was Water 7 when Long Lantern, right after Foxy, when he saw Akiji, he was like, whoa, this nigga's strong. So then that fucked with his head. And then he met the CP0. He was like, whoa, these niggas strong. Enter Gears 2. He beats Bluno easy. He then beats Lucci. He's like, all right, I'm back to that nigga. Don't worry, Aokiji. I'll whoop your ass. I now have Gear 2 and Gear 3. Going into Saba Odi, he sees Kid and Law. He's like, oh, I'm stronger than niggas. He's still feeling high. Kizaru whoops his ass, banging his head, think he loses friends. He goes to Amazon Lily with Rayleigh. He picks him up a little bit. He's like, all right, I'm back that nigga. Or Impel down, whatever. Goes through all of that. He's like, nah, I'm still that nigga. Boom, going after Ace. I think when Ace dies, it showed him officially, I am not shit. Like, there's a lot of people stronger than me. I ain't shit. 2-year time skip happens. He trains. But notice, he wasn't like Luffy pre-time skip where he was like, he never doubted he was going to be the Pirate King. But in terms of saying he was stronger than people, that kind of slowed down. He didn't do that. He was beating Doflamingo. He realized how strong they was. And it was like, okay, now I got to beat Kaido. But when he beats Kaido, it's like, okay, strongest creature. I can talk my shit again. I'm the strongest nigga again.
that whole entire power creep, because you got to think about it. Like, Luffy was still struggling against Doflamingo, Cracker, like
definitely Katakuri.
Definitely Katakuri. And his jump from the end of Whole Cake to the end of Wano is ridiculous.
And for people to say it's trash or it's not believable, do y'all not realize that Rayleigh said Haki blooms on the brink of death, and Luffy was on the brink of death 3 times? Katakuri, and Kaido multiple times.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about this community, because like there will be something that's explicitly stated, and like when I read that, I was like, okay, this is a way. Not saying it's an ass pull for Oda, but this is a way to this is a way to show that like, no, these power jumps aren't ridiculous. Like, these people are in battles. It's like the way I view somebody getting better at hockey is like, it's experience points. If you get away from the fight, you gain a lot of experience, right?
Or if you don't die, like, you can still heal. And my thing is, like, with all of that is like, Luffy was on the brink of death multiple times. It's Kaido's fault, and Kaido even said that I should have took your head off, but by letting you live, I gave you a chance to recoup. Like, no one had a problem when Saiyans lost and got stronger. Think of this as just Saiyans. Like, this is where he pulled it from. When Saiyans fight, it's always, think about why Goku was able to go Super Saiyan and beat Frieza. Yeah, it was for his friends, but he was in that Bacta chamber, and he recovered from losing to Ginyu and all those people. And so obviously when he comes back, he'll be stronger than where he was. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how the Saiyans always rock. And that's what Oda took from Toriyama, among some other things, but his power levels of how he makes people stronger.
Also to your point about Luffy realizing he wasn't that
he definitely
guy,
realized he wasn't that guy after
Marineford.
Yeah.
I think that's probably like the best writing, because like recently I've seen people be like, like, you know, people who don't read One Piece and then they'd be like, oh, like, well, Luffy should have got back for Ace. The nigga would have died.
Facts.
Like the nigga would have died, bro. Like
now he can. Now
yeah,
it's
like
different.
now he got a chance, but it's like, bro, Luffy's never been about revenge. That's not who he
Facts.
is. Like, even if he sees a Kainu, he probably gonna give him like a little nice little, you know, mink. You know,
But see, I don't know,
nothing
because you
past
remember
that.
every time they mention a Kainu, I saw somebody mention this. Luffy goes like this because his scar is hurting. The same kanji, I went back and looked. The same kanji that Shanks talks about his scar tingling, and Kaido talking about from Odin. Luffy has that every time a Kainu's mentioned, which is crazy. So that might be.
It could be a revenge match, but I think Sabo steps in and like stops him from doing
that.
else.
I can see that.
Yeah.
But to your point, I'm with you. Luffy really hasn't been about revenge, because if he was, that would be his whole drive. His whole drive isn't that. It's about having a good adventure and becoming the Pirate King, and the dream we don't know.
Right. Because if he went after revenge, that basically be like him disgracing Ace's memory. Because not Ace's memory, Ace's like will. You know what I'm saying?
Ace wanted him to live and become the Pirate King, not chase down a Kainu for the rest of time. Yeah. So, because I mean, if that was the case, then he would still be training. He wouldn't be like doing these adventures. He'd be trying to get stronger to beat a Kainu. And think about that. If that was the case, we wouldn't have Gear 5, because Gear 5 happened because Luffy was at 1% about, or maybe not 5 to 10% left health. And it was like, oh, nigga, you are awakened. Like, it makes sense because he was about to die. His fruit was like, okay, you want to live? I feel that, and how we think that awakenings work with at least zones is you in the zones will have to match up. And I think Luffy matched up with his zone for the first time in that moment.
I also feel like, and this is just a crackpot theory of mine, so how they call him the warrior of liberation and everything. So not only was he in Wano, which is probably where it would have been the best to awaken the fruit, I also thought about the lanterns too. So it's like maybe it wasn't just the will of Luffy.
It was the will of the people.
It was the will of the people that also helped him
to liberate them. Yeah.
So I think that was probably a, you know,
that's a headcanon theory, but it's now my headcanon as well, because I like
it. Just makes the most sense to me.
No, for sure. And I know people are upset right now about Oda not explaining things or doing things on the side. I just think certain things we will see. Like, for example, for them saying, oh, we're not going to see the Blackbeard Law. If you don't think we're going to see the conclusion of Blackbeard Law, you're crazy. We're going to see that. Shanks and Kid will not get off screen. Like, I just don't think that's going to happen.
This is like Saboti, like on crack. You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
Oda said it's battle royale time, and it is. Right. We'll get to that.
There's a lot of moving parts, and it's like we're getting the setups so that we get the payoff for the moving parts at the end of the arc.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? We'll get that in a second. Because I'm gonna give some more on that. But like I said, we didn't see. I love the attack of Six King Gun and Kong Gun going together, and them knocking S Bear out the way, and then Purgatory Onigiri and the Tempest Kick. Love that. But Kaku know he was clowning. Nigga, you wanted to be weak. Why you didn't turn into a giraffe? You know, normal, you ain't stronger than giraffe, you. And Lucy took it serious.
He trying to show out.
Who? Kaku?
Kaku was,
or do we think Kaku was so injured that he couldn't go back to his devil fruit? Weak ass. Because, like, why didn't he? That don't make sense. Like, Lucci was like, fuck this.
You know what?
Kaku's normal.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and just say they was like, "Hey, we ain't got that much page space, so he said do the panel of Lucci and Luffy, and
again the editors are the biggest villains of One Piece.
That's not even a villain take. Like, they was probably just like, bro, we not doing this right now. Hey.
Sorry about that. I just had to make sure there was nobody in my house. My dog doesn't bark unless there's somebody there, or they have a bad dream, or she has a bad dream. So it was the bad dream. Thank the stars. But I'm like, I'm Zoro in this piece, boy. Y'all not fucking with me and my dog, no sir. But so I like the attack. Everything was cool. Now the next thing that we got to talk about, minus because the Straw Hats part is done. Who the fuck took Vegapunk and the CP agents?
See,
I have a theory. When I want to get your thoughts first before I tell you my theory.
I have one of two things that it could possibly be. One is that, no, actually just one thing, because I was realizing, because like I've seen theories going around that like this may be like S Flamingo or something, because they,
Mm.
Doflamingo normally pulls strings in the
Nope, I
background.
don't believe
And then
that
he
one.
gets sentient, but there's some credence to it, because it's like,
No, you're
like
right.
when we saw, when we saw the Boa Seraphim,
She did Boa's,
she
yeah.
was talking, but
Mm-hmm.
like we haven't seen any of the other Seraphims talk, and
Because
we
that's
know
just
like they
Boa's
take
personality, yeah.
this Boa's personality, and maybe maybe the fact that she has conquerors, maybe like it's in her
Mm.
genes and
You,
stuff.
you think the
So
Doflamingo one became sentient? That makes sense.
yeah. So
That makes sense.
I like that one, and then the other one is that is we in Skynet, bro.
We are, and that's what I think. Like, okay, so look, let me give you mine. So mine is a combination of something that I have and something that I saw someone explaining what the Japanese words mean. So it's a combination of two theories. So basically, my portion of this is that the Gorosei got to one of the Vegapunks, and then this is their theory coming in. The Vegapunk, that's the sloth one. Oh no, not the sloth one. The big one that got damaged at first and got taken out and rebuilt. You know, the one that was talking to Luffy.
Oh, Atlas.
Atlas, yes. So basically, in Greek mythology or Greek words or whatever Latin words, Atlas is the moon for Saturn. Like there's a moon for Atlas.
Oh,
There's a
that's
moon for
right.
Saturn called Atlas. So I'm thinking that Jay Garcia Saturn took over or took command or got in touch with after they rebuilt. That's that Atlas one. Like I think Atlas is the traitor working for the world government.
Oh, they did say they could change their face. That's the last chapter too.
Which is why I think none of the other Vegapunk's orders are working, because there's already, once someone on that tier gives an order, no one else can change it. It has to be someone higher, like Vegapunk or the Gorosei.
That's such a big design flaw.
So I think, yeah, man. Like, why else would you name it Atlas and then have this nigga Saturn? You wouldn't just say this nigga's name is Saturn out of like,
right.
And if Atlas is a moon of Saturn. So your Skynet theory, I do think it's one of the Vegapunks, because it can't be what's his name, because they were taken in the CP0 agents. It can't be Caribou. It can't be Kizaru or Jay Garcia himself, because they ain't been here. It's got to be someone
on the island yet.
Exactly. It's got to be someone that's been on the island since this was happening, and I think it triggered, like Vegapunk said, when he started researching the poneglyphs. And Atlas leaked that, oh shit, this went too far. He's researching the poneglyphs.
This is crazy, man.
So that's what I think it is.
And the fact that all these because they did say like a bunch of CP ships went missing a couple months ago.
Exactly. So like it had to be someone who's been there. Like, right. You know what I'm saying? It can't be someone who wasn't there.
This is
crazy, bro. It's crazy. Also, got to give credit to the people with the maps who read the One Piece maps. Oda kept true to that. Remember how I was like, oh, we shouldn't believe them One Piece maps? No, because Kid actually ended up on LBAP. So everybody who was like saying the maps were right, it was right. Law ended up on Beehive. Kid ended up on fucking thing, and Luffy ended up on Vegapunk.
I think Law got the worst of it.
Like, he did. He did.
Like even
and he said he took the shortest route. He did no, brother, you took the whack route. And he said I went back and looked at it. He said this is the winning route or whatever. I got the first one. I got the best route. And no, you didn't, bro. Fucking Luffy did. Well, Luffy's now about to see Kizaru, so maybe not.
Hey man, I take seeing an admiral over seeing Shanks or Blackbeard right now.
Well, see, I think Kid's actually in a good position because, well, we'll get there because I got a theory for why I think Kid is going to be okay more so than Law or even Luffy. But
Law's definitely getting the worst of this.
Yeah, for sure.
Law's getting the worst of this for sure.
Anything else you got on Vegapunk before we move to the best part of this chapter?
So my thing is, since he was like researching the poneglyphs, does this mean he's going to get eliminated, or are they still going to keep him around? That's my only thing, because that's also probably a reason why Yamato doesn't really know about the poneglyphs. Like she probably does, but the fact of the matter is, I think why she isn't on the crew is because
she knows too much. Yep.
So Vega, this might be the same thing.
But see, let me tell you the difference. Let me tell you the difference.
Ooh,
she read the journal that knew the journey. You know what I'm saying? Like she knew the ending. She knows what the One Piece is. Vegapunk does not. Vegapunk was just researching them, and I think that knowledge will be explaining to us the poneglyphs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's not going to tell them the One Piece, but it'll give them information that they need to know for the journey. Whereas Yamato knew everything.
Yeah.
That's the two differences. Vegapunk don't know what the One Piece is. Yamato does.
Shit, Law should have saved himself the trouble and just asked Yamato for the
big facts. Big fucking facts. So we now get to Shanks and Kid. I think what's gonna save Shanks is the Giants because he killed Big Mom. That's what I think is gonna save him. Like, I think Shanks won't kill him because the Giants are like asking him not to.
Yeah, so here's my thing. I know a lot of people are like, oh yeah, Kid's gonna get destroyed. Like, if he goes in the one-on-one fight like this, yes, he will.
Oh, he's gonna lose.
If so say like the Big Mom thing wasn't even a factor. This is horrible. Like, Shanks, like, okay, like not even like Shanks plus Giants, and then there's another ship we see like on the shore that's like has like a little polar bear head. So that looks like another one of Shanks's allies. So
also, you screw the Giants. Let's not even use them. When Kaido was thinking of the strongest people and compared to Luffy, it was Whitebeard, Roger, Rocks, Shanks. And we know that Kaido was thinking that because of Conqueror's coding attacks. He barely knows he has conquerors. Like screw that. Like, screw all the other stuff. That fact right there alone is why Kid won't win. Like, can Kid even hockey code his shit? Like, we've never seen him do that.
I feel, and that's the worst thing about that's like one of the worst things.
Like, his devil fruit's Kid, not beating Shanks.
Because like, the fact of the matter is we won't like have confirmation that he could hockey up his medal
until we know
we get to the Big Mom fight in the anime. But like,
even then, I don't think so. I think it's gonna take until we get this fight right here.
But see, what my main hope is that I hope we have a situation like Law to where not only Kid but his crew.
Oh yeah, they gotta show out. They gotta show out.
I need it because well, first of all, Kid should not have a repeat of what happened to him the first time he encountered the red-haired pirates.
It should be better.
When he went to Wano. First of all, if I may say this, I'm rooting for Kid, but this nigga should know better than to just pull up on people in they fucking territory.
Especially Shanks, man.
Like, bro.
And then since the crazy thing is we now know who took his arm, that it was Ben Beckman. Bro, you didn't even fight Shanks. You fought Ben Beckman. Like, are you stronger than Ben Beckman now? Like, there could be an argument that he's not. Like, but we don't know.
He's probably close.
I'd say
I don't think he's stronger.
At this point, I'm saying Ben Beckman is the strongest right hand. Like, active. We don't know what Rayleigh was in his prime, but I think since Old Man Rayleigh knew he couldn't be Blackbeard, I don't think Old Man Rayleigh could be Ben Beckman. I think that's not a leap in logic. I think that's fair because the Oda has told us that Ben Beckman is almost as strong as Shanks. It's right there. It's probably closer than Luffy and Zoro.
Which is crazy because we've seen the gap between Yonko Commander 1s and
King and Kaido.
With King Kaido, Marco, and
Katakuri, Big Mom.
Mom, like, it's so the fact that like they're equal, it's like, okay, you met one last time. Now you got to deal with two.
Two? Yeah, bro. Like, exactly. And Killer, I mean, like, look, I'm sorry, I love you, Killer, but you didn't fight Queen or King or someone on that level. You fought Hawkins and barely beat that nigga.
Hey, look, I'm gonna be honest. Is Killer even getting past Lucky Root?
Ooh. That's a good
question. Because Lucky Root is shooter.
Is he getting past Yasop? Like,
come on now. Because look, like
that's the problem with Shanks' crew. Shanks' crew are the Straw Hats, but like older.
the other problem is it's like this is a crew that we've known since chapter 1. Like, this is like
And like when they
first
showed
chapter.
him walking, it's Lucky Roo, Yasop,
Right.
and Beckman. Like
those are his guys. You know
Young
what I'm
Lucky
saying?
Roo's the
And
first person to kill somebody in this show. That nigga said, "Bow fast."
episode 3, I'll never forget when I restarted One Piece. Like I was like, damn. I was like, wait, because people be like, oh, it takes like this much amount of episodes to get. Boy, I was invested once Lucky Roo blicked that man. What?
Yeah.
I'm like, what? So I want Kid to come out with a W, and by W, I don't.
I mean, you mean
w,
die? You don't want him to die.
Like I don't like. Yeah, he shouldn't die. Like you know what I'm saying. But my also other thing about this is like
I also hope that not to cut you off. I'm gonna let you. I hope Shanks doesn't take. I think Shanks will take a rubbing of his stuff and leave the rest. That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, that way it's like he kills him
and takes
like,
a direct loss. Like I hope Kid impresses Shanks so much in the battle that it's like,
I won't kill you, but I'm still gonna take it.
Exactly.
But like, yeah. See, my thing is like, I want to be on the side of like Kid usurping Shanks because I like to root for the underdog, and I feel like Kid is the most underdog person in this new age right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, and more so than Law in whatchamacallit too.
Yeah. So, but then it's also like the first canon showing of the red-haired pirates, and you would make them lose.
Yep, that ain't happening.
that don't make no sense happen. To me.
Yeah, facts.
Like especially with all the bro. Okay, Film Red messed up the ending of Wano. You think that the pirates they was hyping up in Film Red gonna lose to these pirates? That's no diss to the kid pirates, but at this point in time, there's only 2 kid pirates. I don't know about the rest of them niggas.
No, you're right. You're right. And that's what I'm hoping. Like how we saw Sachi and Penguin and everybody do something, how they specialize in water combat. I hope the kids pirates specialize in something. They got to.
They legitimately have to. But I will give Kid some credit. He walking into enemy territory and he not backing down. I'll give him that.
He being strong. He being a legit fight and like he's not scared. Killer's scared though. The fact that Killer is scared makes me worried for them niggas, man. Killer was like, bro, they took your arm before we even got a glimpse of red hair himself. Like, should we do this?
I'm like, and like
they won't settle for an arm this time. They'll take your life. And Kid's like, only if I lose. If your first commander is saying that, that's not good, bro.
Yeah, because
Zoro would never say that.
How your mans don't have hope in you? Like that's like, come on now.
That's bad, bro. Beppo and Penguin and Sachi didn't even say that when they ran into Blackbeard. They was like, fuck it, we gotta fight. Like, the man who was on the roof with you, like, that's the thing. Killer was on roof piece. Like, this nigga saying this, that scares me for Kid's life.
The craziest thing is like Shanks is like a regular human. He don't have no devil fruit as far as we know. He's not huge like Kaido. This is like somebody that's like of their stature. Like, so the fact that they saying this
shows.
Also, let me say something real quick. So look, this is not no kid slander, but this nigga was lying to save face in Wano when he was like, yeah, red hair took my arm. No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. Yeah.
Why you lying? Why you lying?
Red did not. It was infection.
Dog, because it's like, I feel for kid fans because it gets harder, like the hardcore kid fans. You know what I'm saying? It gets hard for them to defend Kid because when he drop a line like before we even got a glimpse of red hair, I'm like, damn, it's tough for y'all.
It makes me bad. It makes me feel bad. I have the figure. Cause you gonna take an L, nigga. Like Law looks bad at like it shows just how crazy this is, man. Oda made Law and his crew look badass as fuck. He gotta make like but see, to your point, we ain't seen Shanks in them fight. That ain't Blackbeard, nigga. Like Shanks is not about to look like how Blackbeard looked. Yeah,
because at least Blackbeard, the Heart Pirates have a chance because they specialize in water
and
combat.
They were on the water. Like that's the thing. They're on the water. They specialize in this combat, and Blackbeard, it has a very low pain tolerance. So anything that happens to him, he gonna react. Shanks ain't reacting, bro. Like Shanks, like if you hit him with a metal punch, I just feel like Shanks will do this.
Then the worst part about it is
start frowning.
the worst part about it is they not devil fruit users. So
they
if they get on the sea, they really
you
don't.
Fucked.
Hey, look, because even Killer drop in the water, he's screwed.
Fucked. Your whole crew is fucked. Like like Shanks built his crew so they wouldn't have that weakness. Like that nigga was smart. Like he saw from, I'm guessing, the Whitebeard, the rocks. He saw from crews how that's a weakness, and he chose literally the strongest people that don't have devil fruits, the strongest people on the sea.
But I will say though, it is a massive miss on Oda's part if Kid has not gained some type of hockey, even if it's just just good armament hockey.
Like we just said, if Luffy Brink of Death gets boost, Zoro Brink of Death gets boost, Kid and Killer both should have a boost from Wano because they were on the brink of death as well. I expect Killer to have Zoro armament hockey pre-Wano, like pre the ending of Wano, because now Zoro has like Yonko Commando level 1 armament hockey. Like he's right under Ben Beckman. Everybody else is under him. But I want Killer to be at King level. You know what I'm saying? If it goes, if Yonko Commander 1 list goes Ben Beckman, Zoro, I guess you would say King in Katakuri, question mark? Is it King and Katakuri third, tied? Or is it Marco there?
I say they tied, and then Marco's last.
Okay, so cool. If we doing so let's say this. Beckman, Zoro, King, Katakuri. I want Killer to be right there with him. For this fight to even be close, Killer has to be there. Now, in terms of Yonkos, Kid got to be stronger than Law. He has to be for this to even be a chance. Like,
because even people don't think Kid's stronger than Law even after like the Big Mom showing. So I like me personally,
I didn't when we saw Blackbeard. I personally always thought Kid should be stronger than Law.
He definitely
I always thought out of the supernovas it should be Luffy, Kid, Law, Zoro. That's what I always thought it should be. It's not that as of now. As of now in the showing, it is Luffy, Law, and Zoro tied, then Kid. With this fight, Kid has to be over them.
Yeah, I have to see something, because if not, bro,
it's bad.
Even bro, look, just give me Kid trying to use Conquerors. He don't have to use it to a Luffy level, because the thing about it, Kid didn't have training, and
he didn't know it exists. So when he saw Luffy, he was like, "Whoa!" So to your point, something should. And Kid's not an idiot too. Kid is smart. He's shown that. Right. Like Trafalgar respects Luffy because he's strong and because Luffy's a D. But he respects Kid on a level of, okay, I can actually talk to you. We're both intelligent people.
You're not an idiot.
Yeah, you know like you may mess up plans, but not to the level of Luffy.
Also, if Law got a hockey boost, or if Law understands the concept of like hockey can cancel out devil fruits, then Kid should understand that the concept of maybe not that, but advanced armament or something from seeing Luffy hit Kaido with that red rock on the rooftop.
Also, let's believe because Kid was in the prison, he was away seeing what Luffy and boy was talking about. And if he saw that, you combine that with what he saw on the rooftop, maybe he can do Rio. I'm not saying advanced Conquerors coding. I'm just saying advanced armament coding.
Ooh, I'd like that. Or maybe he just pulls out a damn punk and tries to off Shanks in one hit. I'm cool with that too.
Or hopefully his awakening, his rail gun is better. And maybe he's more like Magneto now, where like now he's controlling their metal, takes Lucky Roo's gun, Ben Beckman's gun. Like, Ben Beckman better not have no gun around Kid. None of these niggas better have a gun or a sword. Take that nigga sword from him.
See, what I've been thinking is ever since that panel where it says like a great output of hockey can cancel out devil fruits, does that still count for like magnetic? Because like if that's the case, Zoro versus Kid, Zoro shouldn't like Kid shouldn't be able to take away Zoro's swords, right?
Facts, and he shouldn't be able to take Shanks's either. But he better also take Lucky Roo's gun and Beckman's gun and all them niggas shit.
But see, Kid has a lot of, because I see people like being like, oh, it's Elbaf, it doesn't have any metal.
What? They got to.
Kid can assign like a magnetic force
yeah.
to something. So, bro, Kid could probably like assign a magnetic force to an island and put
Facts,
the
and
South
pull it.
Pole
That's what
on
he should
Shanks.
be able
Like,
to do.
That'd be fire.
Hopefully that's his awakening. Like, so my thing is, like I was saying, strength. Kid won't be stronger than Shanks by no means, but he better be stronger than Ben Beckman this time around.
Yeah, because if the portrayal is like Law, Luffy, Kid are all at the same bounty, and they're all like, obviously Luffy's like a league above the rest,
but they're supposed to be.
But it's supposed to be like the Sabaody thing, to where it's like, okay, Luffy's a little stronger than these guys, but
a Yonko commander should not be stronger than them. I'm sorry, he shouldn't be. No matter how strong Ben Beckman is, like he shouldn't be at all. Like,
and you might, you might get some pushback on that, and I agree with you. But like,
it's the truth,
like,
man.
I agree. I
based on what Oda has told us and what Oda has shown us. Like, I'm not talking about y'all pyro scalers, head. I'm not talking about none of that shit, because I don't rock with none of that shit. Y'all are in shambles right now. I'm talking about just general writing. Kid should be stronger than Ben Beckman. That's what it should be. And if that's the case, then I'll take that as a dub. He can't be stronger than Shanks now. Like, and he can't be stronger than Shanks until Luffy's stronger than Shanks.
Oh yeah, not until like Luffy's pirate, like Luffy's Pirate King level. Then Kid is over Shanks.
Also, we got to remember, Luffy's an anomaly. Like, guys aren't this strong at 19, 20, 25. Like, men don't become strong in One Piece until they're in their 30s. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, Luffy's an anomaly. Kid's like 27 or 25.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Law is my age. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you all their age. Give me 1 second. So Eustace Kid is
Luffy really is an abnormal.
Oh no, Luffy's an anomaly. So after the time skip, Kid is 23. So post time skip, Kid is 23, but Law is old. Law is an old nigga. Law is like me. Law is like how me, like your kid, like Law is like our podcast. Me and Brooklyn are Law, and you are Kid, and Reggie is Luffy in terms of age, essentially. Yeah, Law. Okay, so Law is 27. After time skip, pre-time skip, he was 25. Post-time skip, he was 27. So yeah, Law is my age.
Okay, so that makes it. Yeah, so I mean, Kid should be right there, because Kid doesn't have a crazy god devil fruit. He doesn't have the hockey training. So realistically, he should have like the most natural like progression of power throughout these three.
And now and then honestly, it should get a little higher because he almost died to Big Mom and Kaido. So like he should have a bloom. Like Law and him should have had a big bloom, but more so Kid than Law, I think. Because
I just want to see him show something to where like, because like, look, if the community like shits on you, especially the power scalers, that's one thing, because they be ignoring the story. But see, like, Kid doesn't have the portrayal, so like he gets shit on. It's like there's nothing to back it up with. So I need him to show portrayal.
And that's why I don't think Oda will off-screen this. Like, for all, because I know our guy Pharaoh's very upset. He's like, is he going to off? Because I think Pharaoh's more upset that he going to off-screen the Garp shit. Like, I think that might happen, of like Garp getting off-screen. But I think we're going to see the full-on Blackbeard fight. And I think we will see the rest of the Law and Blackbeard fight. And I think we will see the Kid and Shanks fight. Because let me just put it like this for y'all. If Oda showed us the beginning of Law and Blackbeard, he's gonna show us the beginning of Shanks and Kid. There's no way he doesn't.
It might be that same structure to where like we got the setup of Law versus Blackbeard,
and we're gonna get the
end
ending
of a chapter.
Yeah,
and then we got some of it, and then we went back to Egghead, and then we're probably gonna get the end of Law and Blackbeard. Yep. Then the end of Kid and Shanks.
And I think the reason why we got a break is next time we come back, it is Kid versus Shanks. Because think about it like that. When we introduced Law and Blackbeard, we got a break between the next one. We did.
And then we immediately came back into it.
Yep. And then the week after, there was no break, and we went back to Egghead. So I truly believe it is going to be Kid versus Shanks when we get back, and then right back to Egghead.
I got to clap it up for Oda's editors or whoever's telling it, because this,
he just got a new one.
This is great, because one problem with One Piece, like especially like catching up, was like there was all these fights they talked about and we never got to see it. I like that we're getting to see these fights
Finally,
set up.
yeah.
Get like it, like, and I'm not asking for the full fight because
No,
we're in an arc
I just
with the main
want
characters.
what we got from Law and Blackbeard. That's all I want.
Exactly.
Because that, to me, nobody can say we didn't get the Law and Blackbeard fight because we did. We got the beginning of it, like, and we'll get the end.
And also, it's good. Also, it's good parallels too, because we got introduced to, like, I mean, we already knew Blackbeard's crew, but we got introduced to them. We got to know their powers.
Yeah,
now
we didn't know Van Augers. We didn't know Doc Hughes. Like, those were two people. Like, we knew Burgess.
And we didn't know Burgess's.
Well, we saw Burgess fight before, but we didn't know if he had a double.
But we didn't know he had a double.
Yeah, he got a new one. We saw that too. And to your point, since we got them, and those are the OG 3 of his crew besides Lafitte. So Blackbeard, it makes sense why Oda showed us Burgess, Doc Q, and Van Auger. 3 people. So let's flip that to Shanks. Shanks, Ben Beckman, Lucky Root, Yassop. We're gonna get those 3. That's what we're gonna get. And I don't need anybody else in Shanks' crew. Honest, if we're being honest, like, I would love to know what the Monkey Man does and all these other people, but for the most part, those are the big 3 that we need. And if we get those, I can't be upset.
It's like how the Straw Hat structure should be, but I don't want to talk about
how
it
is now. I mean, it is now. Oh, you talking about Usopp?
Well, I mean, yeah, the Straw Hat structure now is like Luffy is like Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Jinbei.
Yeah,
it really should be Luffy, Zoro,
Sanji,
Usopp. But
hey, I feel you on that. I feel that. That's in the story. Hopefully, Usopp, like, Usopp definitely got to be 30 for him to be strong.
I don't even need Usopp.
Did you know this? Usopp's 19. Usopp's the only person that's Luffy's age. So it makes sense why it took Usopp to get stronger. Like, he's not in his 20s.
He don't have no busted power.
Exactly.
Like, he got good observation hockey, but he just look.
Like, Sanji and Zoro are the same age. Sanji they're the same age. Post time skip, they're both 21,
right?
Yeah, they're both 21 post time skip. Where Usopp is 19. So Usopp started the story at 17. Like, it makes sense why he was not strong. Like, dude is a child. Luffy's just an anomaly.
That's what I need from Elbaf, because I'm not looking for Usopp to be like strong, comparable to like a Sanji or a Jinbei. I just want more involvement in the story.
I agree. I think Usopp should be stronger than Frankie and Brook. I'm
that's
straight
facts.
up.
That's facts.
Like, when you say, like, you could have Robin stronger than them. Like, for female representation, I'm fine with that.
I don't care
Usopp's got to be the same level as Robin over Frankie and
and he don't
Brook.
And he don't even need to be like super powerful.
He's just gotta be the best shooter in the world.
Yeah, like, my one gripe with Usopp post time skip is that, like, he feels like a background character now. Yeah. Like, he's slowly become,
where he's supposed to be a main.
Like, he's become one of my least favorite Straw Hats, and I love Usopp.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, but it's Brook used to be my least favorite, but Brook has gotten so many MVP moments that, like, you can't.
Whole cake and everything.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. So to your point, like, Usopp hasn't been a priority since pre-time skip, but it goes to show the Straw Hat stopped joking around. So Usopp is, but that to me is room for good character development for Usopp to show he stopped joking around. But to your point, that's Elbaf. I truly believe, and especially since Dory and Broggy are there, I think that look, I know we're about to end, but I think that was the perfect thing to show Dory and Broggy being there for when Luffy and Usopp get to Elbaf. Usopp's gonna get this big ups because the guys that respected him are finally there.
Is Dory and Broggy and the Giants from in this lobby too?
Were they there too? I didn't see them.
They were behind. They were behind. Let me
look.
I forgot their names though. I'm gonna be honest.
Shit, they are there. You're so right. Look. So the fact that they're there plus Dory and Broggy, Usopp's getting trained. That's the Usopp arc. Yeah, they're not skipping Elbaf. No way. I can't believe
people was like, "Oh, we skipping Elbaf, bro."
No fucking way. Not now. Before, no, I could have believed it. Like, I'd have been upset. But now that those 4 giants are specifically there, we're going there. Now, I tell you this, Shanks won't be there when they get there. I'm just letting y'all know now. Everybody's going to be upset, but Shanks is not going to be there when they get there.
It's going to be Kid there because they're going to be probably praising Kid for defeating
You think?
Big Mom.
I was thinking they both left. I was thinking after this fight, they both leave now.
Nah, because I feel like that sets up good
for tension. Davy back between Kid and Law.
Yeah, because I feel like Loki's in the back, but I don't feel like
We seen him. I don't think we've seen him yet.
Yeah, like I don't think like Loki's a threat. Like he's probably a political threat, but like somebody else can handle that. Right.
That's Usopp's fight.
Yeah,
honestly,
that's Usopp stuff. But
yeah.
Yeah,
but that's all I got, Jazz. This was great. We're gonna make some more videos. We'll get Verson's thoughts this week as well. Tell the people they can follow you on social media.
You can follow me on Twitter, Real Jazzy Boy. You can follow me on Instagram, Jazzy Boy. You can follow me on TikTok, Cornell D. God.
Oh, you changed it. Yeah.
I actually changed it.
Yes, sir. Perfect. So I'm glad you said that because now I got to change it in all of our videos going forward.
Yeah.
I have the description. I just copy and paste.
Because I was thinking about like the God doesn't sound like as cool.
I told you. And you're a One Piece guy. Like when you told me it was THE and not D, I was like, what?
It's crazy. I'm a One Piece guy and I got a Blue Lock profile pic as my character. I don't know who I am.
Well, y'all make sure y'all go follow my boy Jazz. Follow me at LynBWT. Follow the BrosWhoThink at BrosWhoThink. Be sure to check out. Me and Jazz are reviewing My Hero, both the anime and the manga together. But we'll let y'all know in the episode where that gets switched. But y'all check that out. Check out the latest Run It Back. We reviewed Men in Black. Check out the latest BrosWhoThink podcast. Me, Jazz, and Brooklyn. We're having a great time. Y'all check that out. Check out the latest Manga Melee with Jazz, Verson, and the host, my man Jay. And yeah, check out all of our stuff. It's on YouTube, Spotify, all those places. But until next time, y'all have a good one. And peace.